Question 5. The scatter graph shows the number of driving lessons and the number of tests needed to pass by 10 people. So we've got the number of tests needed to pass and the number of driving lessons. First question says, describe the correlation. So to help me, I'm going to draw a line of best fit. It hasn't asked me to do this for this first part, but it will help. So when drawing a line of best fit, you must use a ruler. And before you draw it, you need to decide whereabouts it needs to go. So it needs to follow the direction of the points. So the points are going upwards like this. So my ruler needs to go that way round. And the line needs to go roughly in the middle of the points. So I have roughly the same number of points above the line than below. So I'm going to draw it about here. So I've got some points above the line, some points below the line, so that's about perfect. So from this, describe the correlation. So it's either positive or negative. I definitely know it's positive because it's going upwards. Negative correlations look like that. And I need to decide whether it's strong or weak. So I would say it's strong because the points are close to the line. If the points looked a bit like this, so generally going upwards, but if I drew a straight line, they're quite far away from the line, then it's a weak positive. But this one is definitely a strong positive. In part B, it says use a line of best fit. So if I haven't drawn one already, I need to draw one now. To estimate the number of tests needed to pass by a person who has 50 lessons. So this question has asked us to draw a line of best fit. Quite often in past papers, they don't ask you to do that. So if they don't ask you to do that, you must draw a line of best fit every time you're asked to estimate on a correlation graph. So looking at my line of best fit, I'm looking for the number of tests needed, which is the vertical axis here, by a person who has had 50 lessons. So number of driving lessons 50, I need to read up and across. So reading upwards and across, I can see is exactly 4. Now if your line of best fit isn't quite at the top there, say it went through at this point here, you would need to round this up. Because of the number of tests, you can't have 3.8 tests, for example. So you would need to say they would need 4 tests. Okay, so if your line isn't going quite through the top at 4, like my one is, you would need to round it up simply because the number of tests needed must be a whole number.